What's going on, chat? How's everyone doing today? How we doing? How we doing? How we doing? How we doing? I am back after getting the kids to bed. I just got the kids to bed. Hi, love. My phone is currently dead, so it's charging right now. Yeah, my phone is DED dead. Is currently charging right now. It is at 5%. What's up, Django? Pretty much. It's dark in y'all. Hey, Glitter in the Dark, how are you doing? Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. How's it going? How's it going? How's it going? Hi, Dallas. Thank you for following, Dallas. I greatly appreciate you, sweetie. Now that I fixed that. Thank you for following. I greatly, greatly appreciate you. How's everyone doing today? Yup. Because the chair that I use for gaming and my office area thing is dying. It's missing 2 screws now. I'm like, oh. So yeah, that's basically what Ko-Fi and it's what I'm saving up for. But we got a while to go for that. I appreciate you. You are amazing, Glitter. I greatly, greatly, greatly appreciate you. I'm surprised you're not in the server yet. Honestly.
Oh well.
Ooh, woo! Sunshine, sunshine. Hi, sun. Welcome to the Unhinged Chaos. That's fair. That is completely fair, Glitter. So, I named the session Glitter in the Dark. I named the session Hot Takes. So, so basically, choose a Highlandette, choose a game, anime or media, and I'll give you my hot take about it. This could go one of two ways. Choose an anime. Choose one. I've seen a lot of them. Naruto? Okay. Naruto should have died when the Four Tails took over. It would have been a more compelling story. Or my favorite one, which Phenom may if Phenom is on, he'll blow my ass out of the water for. But Naruto should have ended with Sakura. Romancing the Hinata, basically stalking Naruto from a distance. Basically, what I said was that Naruto should have died when he hit Four Tails, or Naruto should have ended up with Sakura. Oh, because there's a like hands down because of the conversation he had with Kushina. His only conversation with his mother being marry someone with red hair. You mean to tell me that, your only conversation with your mother, you're not going to honor her wishes? Really? That's that does not, especially with the way that Naruto is going throughout the series and his need to be wanted by family, it doesn't track. Like nowhere in the series does that track. Especially with the way he is all the way up to Shippuden. And especially since he had just lost Jiraiya. Sup, Drago? Like he had just lost Jiraiya, then had the conversation with his mom. Nope. How you doing, Drago? We're doing a hot takes evening. Choose an anime, video game, TV show. I'll give you my hot take if I have one. That'll be something a little bit more hilarious and a little bit more unhinged. Especially since tomorrow in the server we are doing Star Wars. Starting with episode 4, going to episode 5, then 1, 2, 3, and then 6. Powerpuff Girls. Mojo Jojo had every reason to be as angry and bitter as he was. Especially towards the professor and the Powerpuff Girls themselves. He was replaced as an experiment. His methods could have used some work, but his reasons for doing so were completely valid. At least that is my viewpoint. But yeah, like Final Fantasy VII, Cloud is the worst protagonist of the game. There were better options. Tifa, for one. Tifa would have been an amazing protagonist for Final Fantasy VII. Especially with her backstory and her history with Sephiroth. Hell, Aerith. And she dies first disc. Hell, Cloud's not even really the protagonist in Advent Children. Sephiroth's clones are.
Hey, at least I pretend to be nice to people!
Laced with the pretend to be nice blurb. Lace, we are doing unhinged hot takes. So, anime, games, video games specifically, TV shows. If I've seen it, I'll have a hot take for it. Do 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 bum 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 bum. Oh, SAO. Okay, are we sticking with just the anime? Are we considering the light novels and the movies? Because SAO has several different points. If we're just sticking with the so basically what I'm doing is anime, video games, or TV shows. If I've seen it, I'm giving my hot take and opinion about it. Like SAO, for example, if we're sticking with just the anime, which is what I think Drago is going with. Um, Kirito, Kirito, as much as he states that he is blunt about his feelings on situations, he is not blunt about any of his interpersonal relationships, except Asuna. He does not tell a single person, besides Asuna and Sugu, how he feels towards them. He tells Klein, I cherish you as a friend. He tells Agil that, hey, I'd be dead without you. But everyone else, he just kind of leaves in the wind. I'm too high for this. See, another one that a hot take that I have in in anime in general, which will will blow away most people. Attack on Titan's overrated. Attack on Titan is overrated. I can feel the hate on that one. I was just going to post that one. You know what's another overrated anime? Sun with the bits. Thank you, Sun. I greatly, greatly appreciate you. You are amazing. Thank you, sweetie. Seven Deadly Sins. If Seven Deadly Sins was not a precursor to, or if Seven Deadly Sins took place in modern day, not a single person would be cheering for Meliodas. Not a single person would be cheering for Meliodas. They would be like, lock his ass up. Bleach. Oh. That one hurts. Bleach. Type Kubo's ending for Bleach was a complete and utter ass pull. And whether it's due to his editors rushing him or whatever have you, and the fact that we got a somewhat spinoff for one chapter where we see Ichigo's son get abducted and nothing since in the last 8 years is complete and utter bullshit. And then we find out that Burn the Witch is the western side of Soul Society. It's unneeded and unnecessary. But yeah, like, and honestly, I feel that Ukitake could have had a much more in-depth backstory like the other captains. All we got was he's dying. Overall. One Piece. Oh. This one's going to hurt, Drago, and you'll understand why. I'm glad the donut happened. I'm glad the donut happened. Because without that incident, it would not have spurred the Straw Hats to get stronger outside of Luffy. They would have tried to get back to Sabaody 3 days later. Is because of the news of what happened with that encouraged them to, I have to get stronger. Our captain witnessed this incident, and I wasn't there to help him. My happy marriage, yes, it takes place in the past. Like, that is feudal era, but with magic. Cool. Both of them need fucking therapy. Like, Jesus fucking Christ. God damn it, Lace. Hitting me with the no vaping. 5 minutes. And Lynette with the 100 bits. Thank you, Lynette. I greatly appreciate it. Thank you, sweetie. You are amazing. Now we have 5 minutes of me using the slightly deeper voice. But yes, both of the protagonists in My Happy Marriage need fucking therapy. Like, what the actual fuck is wrong with both of you? And yes, it's generational trauma and shit like that. Lace, I'm just here to stir the pot. I mean, yes, that's completely your right and your prerogative. And I'm proud of you for being the chaos bringer. Just saying. Now Lace is having the inner turmoil of, I'm a brat. I don't want to do what he wants. So are you going to behave?
Unhinged degeneracy.
Degeneracy all around. As Matt Curtin as Bakugo says, be unhelpful or break a rule. I do what I want. As you should, Lace. As you should. We're unhinged and chaotic as fuck here. You know that. But yes, the fun things that I just thought was hilarious of doing, hey, let's do hot takes. I haven't hydrated today. Nice. Just to spite me from this morning? Well, that's fine. Don't hydrate. You don't need it. In fact, you shouldn't hydrate. You should drink as much caffeine as you need. Beyblade, the old version. The original with Tyson, Kai, Max, and Ray. That one? They did Max dirty. They did Max dirty because at yes, have as much as you desire, Lace. You absolutely should. You deserve it. Yeah, then you... that... Medical say, don't do that. But back to Beyblade. They did Max dirty. As soon as they got to the US arc, it was like he got shelved. And I'm just like, why? Just why? Drago hitting with the Soul Eater. Oh. Oh. Okay. This one may make Baby Faye literally jump through the screen and screen and strangle me. I despise Black Star. Black Star felt like there was, during the arc, he had power level ups. But as far as character growth, there were several missed opportunities. And it's kind of crappy. Like, Soul evolves, Maki evolves, Death the Kid evolves, the Thompson twins evolve. And each of the teachers evolve. But Black Star, specifically, only Black Star, doesn't really evolve as a character throughout the series. Ouran High School Host Club. Are we just sticking with the anime? Because I've read all of the manga for Ouran. Like, so I know how it ends. Because I got really mad that there was only one season and it didn't continue. Are we just sticking with the anime? I feel like more could be... I feel like more could have been done for the twins. I feel like, especially compared to their... God, that's an anime I haven't thought about in a while, is Baka and Test. Shit. I feel like the twins kind of got shelved. Like, after their episode. Like, they're just there for comedic relief when they're Harui's closest friends. After that arc, like, they give Harui advice much more than Kyoko or Tamaki do. So I feel like the twins were just shelved. And it's just kind of fucked how that happened. But with how short the anime is, especially compared to how much content they have during the same arcs in the manga than they do over the anime in the same episodes. Baka and Test. Oh, I haven't thought about that anime in years. The main antagonist, I can't remember his name off the top of my head, was right in every aspect. The main antagonist of Baka and Test was right in every aspect. The only thing that it's just a show about guys getting into girls' bathrooms. But there was a main antagonist in Baka and Test. Or do you mean Ouran? Like, the principal in Baka and Test I can't remember. Hold on, let me look up his name. Because this is... I'm looking up the specific character who I'm referencing. Nishimura. Nishimura had every reason to despise the entire class. That's who it was. The fact that he despised every single person under his wing made absolute sense because they were all freaking delinquents. And Yasha, oh, Sesshomaru should have died before Naraku did. Sesshomaru should have died. It would have been a more fitting end for Sesshomaru, because Sesshomaru never really accepts Inuyasha even at the end. Even in Yashahime, he does not accept Inuyasha. He's okay with his existence, but accepting him as his brother is vastly different. I think that had Sesshomaru suffered the fatal blow to Inuyasha, he would have died with, you are strong, Inuyasha. You are our father's child. At least that's not every character in an anime needs to survive. Several good anime have death in it, and they drive the main character. But it has to have a purpose. I think that if Sesshomaru had died, if it was by anyone other than Inuyasha, it would have been a waste. At least, that's my feeling on it. Squid Girl. Did I see Squid Girl? Just making sure Pretty sure I did. Ika. Oh. So her entire arc where she becomes a waitress to pay off her debt because of all the shit she broke. And she's part squid. Okay. I feel like that aspect of her was just thrown there to give her the excuse of, hey, I don't like what humans are doing to the ocean. Like, it feels like it was a low effort thought, if that makes any sense. But there's a lot of low effort anime. A good example, Dragon Ball GT. Chobits. I'll be honest. I fell asleep 2 episodes into Chobits. I just could not get into it. I tried several times. I've seen bits and pieces and just never hooked me. Like, I can see why people enjoy it, but when compared to like other anime around the time, I don't see where the draw story-wise. Like, don't get me wrong, the drawing and the animation style at the time was really cute and really adorable. But story-wise, just I couldn't get hooked. Rosario y Vampire? Oh. God, that was what, 2008? Pretty sure, maybe. No, it was 2010 was when I saw it. Yeah, 2010, because it was after the military. Yeah, 2010. I don't recall very much about Rosario Vampire, and problem is I own it. Problem is I own the fucker. And I'm pretty sure that's one of the ones that a friend of mine got me and like for a birthday, and saw it after the military and just kind of never watched it again. Like, it's not one of the ones that I've rewatched so I can remember it. I remember that about the Yokai Academy, but that's the problem, that there is several anime, like if something is a great story that, you know, draws me in, I will rewatch it. Oh, Eureka 7. Eureka 7 is a underhyped anime and didn't get the love that it should have. However, this is unpopular opinions. Unpopular opinions. The main character, whoever wrote the script for the main character needs to be shot. Honestly. Because it felt clunky. Like, whoever did it in the Japanese version, like, the translation for the dub, or the sub, and everything, from sub to dub, is vastly different. And whoever did the translation and direction for Eureka 7 dub-wise, massacred the show, in my opinion. So whoever says that they watched Eureka 7 and love it in English, I have to ask why. Because there are several points where you see the vocalization not matching up. I'm just like, it just pulls me out. Here's one for you, Drago. Here's one that I think you'll cackle at. Here's one that you'll cackle at, Drago. Redo of a healer was cringe for cringe's sake. It was a revenge fantasy that took it to a dark place just to be dark. And the one that I was going to make you cackle at is his Yamcha doesn't deserve the hate that he gets in Dragon Ball. He absolutely deserves the hate he gets in Dragon Ball Z. Because the reason why him and Bulma break up, that it was not in English, but was in sub, and it makes me cackle. But yeah, redo of the healer was dark for darkness sake. And just after watching 3 episodes, I'm like, I feel unclean.
D-E-D.
Dead.
Dead.
Which one caused you to die, Drago? Was it the Yamcha one? Or the redo of the healer? Both could be valid answers. Ah. Yeah. Yeah. Like, I'm kind of annoyed that they didn't explain why Yamcha and Bulma broke up between Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z, but it's because he cheated on Bulma with Launch. And it makes me cackle. But yeah, like, see, if we wanted to do retro anime, which is fun in and of itself, like Yu Yu Hakusho, Genma's death was piss poor writing in and of itself. And there was better ways to drive Yusuke onward than Genma's death. Like, if Toguro had went after, like, it made sense why Toguro went after Genma, but him killing Genma was the part that I'm just like, why? Like, just to prove that he's the strongest or that he's no longer human? This does not track. Just remember, there is no balls there. Yeah, fair. Fair. Another one that I've said to several people, but every time I say it, people go, "What?" Trace Kushranada served as a better protagonist than he did as an antagonist in Gundam Wing. The fact that he was a protagonist, assisting the pilots for as long as he was, while underhandedly building Epion in Epion 2, drove his switch to full-on antagonist further. If Trace had not assisted the pilots as much as he did prior to the flipping of the script, and we hadn't saw that part, he would have been a one-off villain that no one would remember. Do. You mean Batman as a Gundam pilot? Because that's what that was. It's Batman as a Gundam pilot. With a gender-bent Robin. I can feel the hate coming at me. But yeah, like that's part of the thing. But Batman actually working. Roger did more than Bruce Wayne. Roger did more in a day than Bruce Wayne did in a week. Roger actually, did work as an enforcer. Outlaw Star. Aisha Clan falling in love with Jim was the dumbest thing that Outlaw Star could have done. Because Jim is fucking 12. Cowboy Bebop. I have no notes on Cowboy Bebop. And the reason why is because the entire premise is that it's Spike's life flashing before his eyes. Hence why each episode is tied to music, first and foremost. The Native American prophet that we see in every sequence, in every episode, is on a different planet. Why? It's not an actual person. It's Spike's subconscious literally explaining to him what's about to happen. Because if you remove that sequence, everything, Spike has the best and worst of luck at the same fucking time. He finds his person, but he causes a lot of shit to lose it. Which is kind of his whole thing. It's his whole personality. He has the best and worst of luck, which is why him and Faye were a thing. But I feel that there's nothing to be added to, because we're not supposed to see what happens after Spike's death, because it's about Spike. It's Spike's life, and after he's gone, what does it matter to Spike? Tenchi ending up with Ryoko, the pirate, was the best decision, even though during the first series it seemed like he was heading towards the princess. And him marrying Ryoko was the best decision because Ryoko did not want to control Tenchi. As much as people were like, oh, he should end up with the princess. That's, he'll actually be in charge of his life. But he wouldn't be. He would be the queen consort. Like, he would just be there. He did not have control of his own fate. So every time someone brings up that, oh, he should have ended up with the princess, I'm like, no. Ryoko encouraged Tenchi to take his own path. To choose his own path. If he wanted to do this, she encouraged it. She encouraged him in every step of the way. She did not, enforce her beliefs on him. The only time she enforced her beliefs on him is when he was fucking up and basically, screwing himself over and not taking into consideration his own emotions, just doing for others. So Ryoko having that come to Jesus meeting with Tenchi beating the shit out of him and go, it's your life, it's your decision. No matter what your ancestry is, no matter what anyone else says, it's your decision, it's your life. And so every time, I see people going, oh, he should have ended up with the princess, it just pisses me off. But I'm all about, freedom over, generational trauma. So, makes sense. Mother of Goddess Dormitory?
Oh.
I'm pretty sure that's one that Spouse had me watch, and I didn't pay attention to. Just like Oh My Goddess. I thought if compared between Mother of Goddess Dormitory and Oh My Goddess is better, but both, I just couldn't get into it. Drago just turned the lights purple. Yeah, I wasn't going to do a long stream, everything mainly because I've got work at. Fair. I'll have to take a look. Mr. Fukimamaru? That I know I have not seen. I would remember that name. Mayo Cheeky? You asking me wild ones. Wild ones. Pulling up the... Oh, yeah. Yeah. So... I feel bad for Kinjaro. But at the same time, Subaru deserved a better person than Kinjaro. Like, that makes more sense. Subaru deserved a much better person than Kinjaro. Like, I feel like his fear, correct me if I'm wrong, but they didn't really explain where his fear comes from. Like, they never truly, if I remember correctly, they never truly showed us where his fear comes from. I love you. See, because Air Gear and because of multiple of similar, it was like, wait a minute, am I crossing streams? I could be crossing streams. Wait. Sometimes it just all blends together. Then you get That's right. Yeah. Like at one point I somehow crossed Zoid's air gear and uh Beyblade. I had mixed Iki and Tyson together and said that um Iki's Beyblade was Liger Zero. I was just like, wait a minute. I no. Bum 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 bum. Zoids, which one? New Century, Chaotic Century, or um, Void Century? If you know the difference. Because um, Chaotic Century and Void Century is Season 1 and Season 2 with Van Fly High and Fiona and Zeke. With the Shield Liger that becomes the Blade Liger. New Century is the one with Bit Cloud and Liger Zero. Oh. Um, Raven was a good antagonist. Raven was a great antagonist. I wish they had done more in depth about his connection with Prozen. I felt that their ass pull with Prozen having merged with the Death Soar core was bullshit. And that the Geno Breaker was becoming the Genosaur was an ass pull. But of all the antagonists in new Chaotic and Void Century, I felt that Raven was a great antagonist / rival to Van. New Century, the dude who flew in the pterosaur, I can't remember his name, but whenever he got in the pterosaur and his personality switch. One, that's not how fucking things work. That's not how that mental illness works. And two, like, why? Thank you for the follow on Facebook. I greatly appreciate it. Like, him getting scared to get in the vehicle. Okay, cool, sure. But his personality switch, as soon as it launched, it just didn't track and made no sense to me. I also thought that the Schneider, Liger Zero Schneider, was the dumbest of the armors. Panzer and Jaeger were awesome, but Schneider was, I'm like, so blades for days. Blades for days. Because you've got the 1, 2, makes 3, 4, 5, makes 6, and then the huge one makes 7. I'm just like, that's not how this shit works. Is he making air velocity like because of how fast he's running? Like, some of the things that they did in that show just didn't make sense. I'm just like, because I saw Void Century and Void Century and Chaotic Century before I saw New Century, and I was like, wait a minute. So, organoid. Okay, which organoid's in this Liger? Is it Zeke? And in the manga, it actually specifies that Liger Zero is a derivative from um, Dr. Z based off of Zeke's Zoid Eve power. He wants to go 88 miles per hour. More like he wants to go like 188 miles per hour. Thing was moving like, a lightning bolt. Which, again, makes no fucking sense. But who am I to judge? Who am I to judge? But yeah, the Harry Potter. So I've removed Harry Potter from my life due to JKR. And quite literally, the fact that the killing spell is abracadabra is dumb as shit. Is the dumbest thing.
Spikes!
Like, Abra Cadabra, which, where we get the name cadaver, which, cadavra, alright? It literally translates from life to death. Then Alakazam is back again. From life to death and back again. That's the whole point in Abracadabra Alakazam. Time to start wars. What war are you starting? Which one's better, Percy Jackson or Harry Potter? Percy Jackson, hands down. But yeah. Oh. Be my Shadowborn. But yeah. But I notice you say Enterprise Captain. I notice you say Enterprise Captain. Because if you had said Star Trek Captain, I would have went Cisco. Hands down. Kirk was a roguish, book smart person. I think my favorite Enterprise captain, and I know I'm going to get shot for this, is Archer, Captain Archer, or Captain Pike. Pike comes in first, Archer comes in second, Picard in third, and Kirk in fourth. And then Riker in fifth, because Riker was a captain. Briefly, but was a captain. Should be dead. Be my Shadowborn. Beetlejuice. I feel bad for Lydia's mom. I feel bad for Lydia's mom. And because she got shoehorned into doing something because her friend was like, hey, let's do this, when she was an artist. Of course, you know, you're going to trust your friend about something. I feel bad for Lydia's mom. Stepmom. My apologies. You're right. Stepmom. All right. I do have to start getting ready for bed, because I have to be up super fucking early. And remember, we are watching Star Wars tomorrow. Make sure you join in, even if it's for a little bit. Pop in and say hi. But I'm going to go ahead and end here. So thank you for hanging out with me even for an hour. I greatly appreciate it. Y'all are amazing. I love y'all. And I hope y'all have a great day. If y'all need anything, please don't hesitate to reach out. You know where to find me. I love y'all. And stay amazing.